Have you ever wondered what truly goes on in her mind when you suddenly go silent? When your texts stop coming in, and you seem to vanish from her world without a word? Prepare yourself, because today's insight might completely change the way you approach relationships and communication. You might be expecting heartbreak, frustration, or endless streams of love songs in the background, but the reality is far more complex. What really happens is a shift in perspective and power. A change in how she views you, and more importantly, how you view yourself. Stick with me, because by the end of this video, you'll gain a fresh understanding of why taking a step back might just be the most powerful move you can make. Introducing Stoicism. Ancient Stoic philosophers believed in the power of controlling only what we can, and gracefully letting go of everything beyond our influence. In today's fast-paced, hyper-connected world, filled with constant notifications, DMs, and the lure of social media, we've almost lost sight of the strength that comes from restraint and silence. It's a lost art, but one that's more relevant than ever. Imagine this: by stepping back, by choosing to do nothing, you're not just creating space, you're shifting the entire dynamic. Your absence invites curiosity, and that curiosity leads to introspection on her part. Suddenly, she's left wondering, and that's where the real power begins to unfold. Let's break it down. 1. The reality check. Picture this scenario. You were always the one to initiate conversations, constantly texting, readily available. You became a fixture, someone she could rely on, someone who was predictable. Then, one day, you simply stop. No more messages, no more check-ins, no more predictability. Initially, she might not even notice. She could assume you're busy, caught up in work, or just occupied with life. But as hours turn into days, she begins to wonder. This sudden shift isn't about making her miss you in the way movies often depict. It's much deeper. It's about making her think. You've transformed yourself from someone she took for granted to someone who now occupies her mind in a different way. You've gone from being the reliable constant to a bit of a mystery. The secure foundation she felt with you is now replaced by a subtle sense of uncertainty. You've become unpredictable, and that's intriguing. 2. The sensation of rejection. Let's face it, no one likes to feel rejected, even subtly. By stepping back and taking a break from the routine of constant communication, you create a gap in her world, a space she didn't anticipate. At first, she might brush off the feeling, convincing herself that it's not a big deal. But as the silence stretches on, she begins to feel the weight of your absence. With each unreturned message, every empty notification space, something begins to stir within her. She starts to question, did she say something wrong? Did she do something to push you away? Is she as interesting or as captivating as she thought? This sensation of being rejected, even gently, creates a powerful self-reflective moment. It encourages her to introspect, to look inward, and all it took on your part was a simple step back. Enter Stoicism. Now let's bring in the wisdom of the Stoics. By choosing to let go, you've prioritized your own peace over any need for validation. This isn't about playing a game to get her to chase you. Instead, it's about genuinely detaching and living your life on your own terms. Stoicism teaches us that true strength comes from within, not from external approval or attention. By stepping back authentically, without expectations, you're exercising true power. If she reaches out, it won't be because you manipulated her into it. It'll be because she's genuinely curious, possibly even intrigued. Remember the core lesson. Control what you can, your peace, your happiness, and let go of the rest. 4. The fear of losing you. It's often said that absence makes the heart grow fonder, but it also brings something else into the mix, the fear of loss. When you were constantly there, she may not have given it much thought. You were accessible, an option she didn't have to worry about losing. But now with your silence, she begins to realize that she could lose you. You're no longer just there as an option. You've become someone she starts to miss. She reflects on the moments when you were present, the texts, the laughs, the shared thoughts. It's ironic that it took a bit of quiet, a touch of distance, for her to fully appreciate your presence. 5. The spiral of overthinking. And now we enter the phase where overthinking kicks in. She replays past conversations, searching for any hidden meaning, analyzing words, tone, and emojis that may have seemed insignificant at the time. She checks your social media, scrolling through old messages, wondering if you're seeing someone else. The idea that you might be slipping away becomes a mystery she can't quite solve. She's caught in a whirlwind of her own thoughts, and all the while, you're simply living your life. Stoicism teaches us to be at peace with what we can't control, and this is the ultimate test. While she's trying to piece together a puzzle, you're just enjoying the freedom of the present moment. 6. Maintaining boundaries. This is where it becomes crucial to uphold your boundaries. As she starts reaching out, curious and possibly eager to reconnect, it can be tempting to fall back into old patterns. But the Stoic mindset reminds us to resist getting swept up in fleeting emotions. By maintaining your boundaries, you remind yourself of your self-worth. You're not an option or a convenience. You're someone with values and purpose. Holding your ground isn't a rejection of her. It's a reaffirmation of your own value. If she respects you, she'll honor those boundaries and see you with renewed respect. 7. The power of silence. Silence isn't just a lack of words. It's a form of presence in its own right. By not responding instantly, by not rushing back into the conversation, you create an aura of mystery. Silence becomes your tool, a way to make her realize how much space you occupy in her mind. From a Stoic viewpoint, silence isn't a sign of avoidance. It's a testament to strength. It's a reminder that you don't need constant validation to feel complete. Through silence, you're showing her, and importantly, reminding yourself, that you're whole on your own. 8. Self-reflection and growth. Ultimately, this process isn't just about sparking her curiosity. It's about rediscovering yourself. By taking a step back, you create room to focus on your own life, your goals, your dreams, your passions. You're no longer just a participant in someone else's story. You're the lead character in your own. And that transformation, it's magnetic. There's something deeply attractive about a person who is fulfilled, who knows their own worth, and isn't dependent on others for happiness. When you embody this sense of self-worth, you become someone people are naturally drawn to. Call to action. If these insights resonated with you, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more empowering strategies on relationships, self-worth, and personal growth. And I'd love to hear from you. Have you ever tried stepping back and observed how people responded? Or maybe you're thinking of trying it now. Share your experiences in the comments below. Final takeaway. Remember, the goal isn't to make someone chase after you. It's about building a foundation of peace and self-worth that no one can disturb. Detachment isn't about manipulation or power plays. It's about gaining true freedom. And with that freedom, you'll attract the right people who appreciate you for who you are. Thanks for watching. Until next time, keep growing and stay grounded. Outro. Don't forget to subscribe for more insights on Stoicism, self-worth, and mastering relationships.